Hey beautiful people, you are welcome back to my channel. We are going to talk about the 2 weeks wait, the IVF 2 weeks wait. A lot of people will be hearing 2 weeks wait, 2 weeks wait, 2 weeks wait. They don't know what 2 weeks wait is about. If you're on this journey and you're asking yourself, oh my god, what's the 2 weeks wait for? Is it the end of the world? Not at all. It is not the end of the world. So just keep watching this video. I will bring down the 2 weeks wait. I'll break it down to your understanding. So keep watching this video. I'll see you in a bit. Hey beautiful people, you're welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? If you're here for the very first time, my name is Stella and I am a mom YouTuber based in Uyo. I make videos from Uyo and Lagos, Nigeria. So you're welcome back to my channel. So just like I said at the beginning, at the introduction of this particular video, we are going to talk about the 2 weeks wait. This is the longest 2 weeks ever. If you have been on this journey, you would agree with me that this is the longest 2 weeks anybody, any woman, any family could ever wait. Okay, so grab your popcorn, arrange yourself properly just as I am doing, and just sit down, and of course you're going to learn what happens throughout this 2 weeks wait. First and foremost, when you're being prepped for IVF, okay, the injection level, the process where you get to have your egg retrieval and all that, which I have already talked about in my previous videos. Okay, so now we have gone past that level of egg retrieval. After your egg retrieval, your egg would, and of course your husband's spermatozoa, would be incubated in the lab. Okay, so the best of the eggs and the best of the spermatozoa would be selected, and of course under the watch of an embryologist. They call them embryologists. Under the watch of embryologists, they would see, oh, this one is, actually very good, that this particular egg is a good egg, this one is a good spermatozoa. So they put them together, and almost on a daily basis they are being checked to see how viable they are. Now there are 2 days where transfers could be done. The first is the 3rd day post retrieval. Now what is retrieval? For the benefit of those who are just clicking on this video for the first time, I'll just go over it, but you will have to go over my previous videos in order to learn more on this particular journey. So egg retrieval is the process where eggs will be retrieved from the woman's ovaries. Remember, a woman has 2 ovaries. I know some people still don't know that a woman has 2 ovaries, but if you don't know, yes, know it today. Learn something from this video, that a woman has 2 ovaries, the left ovary and the right ovary. These ovaries will be worked on with injections. Those injections could come in varied dosages, and we have diverse injections for IVF journey. Some hospitals would prefer these, the other hospital would prefer another, and it's not sacrosanct. They might see a patient, depending on the issue of that patient, they choose to use a particular medication for her. Okay, so yeah, so that is before egg retrieval. So on the day of egg retrieval, it takes basically between 10 to 15 days, depending. It might be more, it might be less. Okay, so it takes 10 to 15 days for one's eggs to be retrieved. That's the woman's eggs to be retrieved. Now what is being done during retrieval? The woman would be sedated, like you'll be given anesthesia, where it's either you sleep off or you're aware of what's happening and you don't feel anything. Okay, those who have done surgeries would definitely understand this. So some instruments will be taken into your ovaries with the help of a scanning machine, where they will be seeing the ovaries. Okay, so they will poke these ovaries and retrieve eggs from the ovaries. please let me know if you're actually if you're actually understanding me by giving this video a thumbs up. Okay, so they will poke and retrieve these eggs which have previously been worked on. Okay, so they will poke them and retrieve them through some instruments and taken to the lab immediately. By this time, in short, before the woman have been taken to the theater for this procedure, it's actually a minor procedure, it's not a major procedure. Some people go, oh no, I don't want to get to the theater. Not at all. Don't fret, okay? So before this, the man, the husband, or the donor, of course, you know now there are still sperm donors here and there, so your husband would have produced his own semen. How will he produce it? He's not going to have carnal knowledge with another woman, okay, or have carnal knowledge with you before you enter the theater. No, he has to work himself. When I say work himself, you understand what I mean. And some men would say, this is my first time, but if you actually you're ready for this, you will do it. So the man will work himself up. Now it is expected that as he is working himself up, his manhood doesn't get in contact with anything like latex or anything, because of course you know it can contaminate the spermatozoa. Okay, so he has to do it. Of course his has to be clean. All right, anything you have to do to take off infection or any bacteria, please do it. So the laboratory would give you a container. Those who have done semen analysis would definitely understand what I'm actually saying. Okay, so the man will be given a container where he would work himself up. I like the way I am shaking my hands. Oh my god. So the man will have to work himself up, and when he is there, he puts his semen into the container. Okay, and before the woman is being taken to the theater for the egg retrieval, he would have produced this and given to the lab. They'll start checking the viable ones. Of course, you know that if you have done semen analysis, okay, you would know that there are some sperms that are dead, sluggish, and all that. They have different terms for it. Okay, so they'll select the best of the best amongst millions and trillions, the best of the best, in order to pair with the woman's eggs after retrieval. So after retrieval, the woman will be given some medications. Of course, anything that has to do with poking would come with some pain. And please, I am here to discourage people who are discouraging people that IVF is a painful journey. Yes, it is a painful journey, but what is pain? Pain to you might be normal to me. My normal could be very painful to another. The other person's very painful, very painful procedure might be just okay for another person. So please, don't get discouraged. Don't let anyone discourage you, and don't discourage someone because our pain threshold are not the same. Okay, just like sometimes I hold hot pots with my hands and my people in the house will be screaming, mama, you don't even have, you can't feel the heat here and all that. Yes, that is because my pain threshold is maybe better than theirs. There are some people that needle prick, they don't want to see. Anything that has to do with prick, they don't want to see. Okay, so please, I just thought I should put this out there. Who told you that giving birth is easy? Even when you're pushing or you're having CS, even with the anesthesia, spinal anesthesia and all that, you still feel pains. Okay, so please, this journey is not an easy journey. I am not saying this to discourage you, and I am also saying this to encourage you at the same time. Okay, so if you're on this journey, just know that you are in, and tell yourself, and there's one thing, if you prepare yourself for a particular thing, you don't get to feel the pain as much as. Okay, so prepare your mind, tell yourself, yes, I am going to do this, and you are going to actually do it. After the retrieval, of the eggs. Remember, the spermatozoa would have been in the lab already, they are already working on it. Sometimes they do ICSI. Now semen and sperm are two different things, okay? So what the man brings out is called semen, okay? That's the liquid the man brings out is called semen. But some people bring out semen without spermatozoa in it, so they would find another way, maybe through injecting into the testicles where these spermatozoas are being produced and retrieving, or the man does it manually, or there are just different ways, okay? So discuss with your doctor and they will advise you which is best for you. After retrieval, now the woman is being taken out to recuperate and of course get herself back. It's a one-day procedure. After maybe about an hour or less or thereabouts, or yeah, about an hour or less, so the woman will be taken out after the retrieval and she'll be kept in the recovery room where she would lie down and recover until the anesthesia wears off on her, and when she is fine she'll be discharged to go home. Now from that particular day, the work is being left for the embryologists. The embryologists are the specialists in charge of the laboratory for IVF. It's not just anybody say I'm a lab scientist. No, not be all the lab science. You must be specially trained for it. So it takes 3 or 5 days for them to monitor if these eggs are actually good or bad. So they have to check from time to time. I have been to the lab with my friend, 12 midnight, they call it faith. Is it faith or faith check? What is faith check? Is to check, of course, according to the name, to check the faith of the eggs or the embryos. Now if the spermatozoa and the egg is being infused into one, it becomes an embryo. So they start watching the embryos grow from blast to blastocyst, and of course it keeps blasting. They know how they actually grade it. So if they see that this one is blasting well, the other one is not blasting well, they try to, I don't know, oh God, see, God has given these people the wisdom. He has given them the wisdom to do this. Okay, so basically by the second day, if these people had, for instance, 5 eggs and these 5 eggs were not doing well as at the second day, they will advise the couple to transfer the embryo to its natural position. And where is the natural position? That's the womb. That's the natural home of where eggs are supposed to grow. There it might do better, okay? But if the couple have a lot of eggs, they would want to see it to blastocysts, and that is day 5. Some hospitals actually keep it till day 7, depending, but I have never experienced that. I've always known that it is either day 3 or day 5, and in my opinion I think it has higher chances of surviving. That doesn't mean that if they transfer day 3, it still doesn't. Remember that where they are, that is not the natural home. But sometimes if they transfer it to the natural home, which is your womb, it can do better. Okay, so whichever way, it still serves. All right, see me talking like a professional. This is becoming interesting. Even me, as I'm talking, I'm amazed at the amount of knowledge that I have. I would end this video here. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in my very next video. And